when those are. Yeah, but the thing there, I would agree with you a little bit more on that in that regard. If some of the pro players from Halo left Halo and then went to play Call of Duty, right? But the competitive scene was still there. It was just a matter of a little bit more watering from internally, because you can't just put it all on the developer to create what you want, right?
Yeah.
I think that everybody has their own destiny in their hands, and if something's not happening for them, they're not happy with, you can do something about it to fulfill that gap that you think you're missing. And if that community back in the day would have, and I mean,
they could have helped it.
Was YouTube even around back then? Like,
not as much.
So,
I mean,
right?
streaming and stuff was, but most of your big names didn't really do that stuff. Like, if you think of your best players, like your Walshy, your Ogres, I don't think they did much content creation at all. I don't think the Ogres and stuff really did much. I know Tuger streams a lot now, but I don't think back then there was a lot of it. They've never been the most charismatic or personal guys. A lot of them were just really, really good players, but maybe not the best streaming presence could have been part of it. But I don't know how much it would have changed things. I honestly don't know.
But that you can change that.
If you can work out for sure.
If you look at early nadeshot videos, oh my goodness, Jesus.
Well, they just didn't have a lot of, but a lot of that though, they have you to thank for. There was someone to kind of direct them. A lot of these guys didn't have anyone to direct them, which.
But that begs the question, right? It's if they would have just guided each other. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like MLG did what they could from an esports side. If you think about some of the stuff they did back in the day, some of the brands that were involved.
Oh, my Lord.
You had T Squared on Dr. Pepper bottles, for God's sake. There was a lot of stuff that MLG did that's still advanced. That's still advanced compared to now, where they were. It's just, I think there was 10 years too early on some stuff. Not in a bad way, it's just they just were.
So early that in this day and age, if you put a player on, was it 500,000 or 500?
How many bottles?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember. It was a lot.
It was a lot. Let's just say it was let me think. The Optic Gaming logo and Michael Chavez was on the Red Bull. How many 1.2 million Red Bull cans, I think.
And even Red Bull's big, but Dr. Pepper
or
Dr.
Pepper.
Yeah, it's sometimes I feel like people don't realize the scale of those two things.
Yeah.
Where the reach of Red Bull compared to Coke or something. It's not. No. People don't get that though. Sometimes I'll hear some stuff about sponsors this huge sponsor. I'm like, dude, I mean, you understand having Dr. Pepper and Doritos and stuff back then, how massive that was compared to anything now.
Anything.
It's just wild to think about.
Yeah, and if you I mean, to put into context, when doing research. When we were waiving our options, when was it, 2014-ish? We were all right, Red Bull, Brisk. Yeah, and it took 7 months to get the Brisk deal done or whatever. But at the time, we're all right, we're just gonna say no to this thing, and then we're gonna go the Brisk way. And then I did some research and look at and anybody can look at it, right? It's do annual sales. Revenue for each company, and you see it's just different ballpark.
Completely.
I will forever and always say that the Red Bull, however, is more esports than
100%, without question. Just from a brand name, though.
Oh my God, and they do such a good job at their media that is just something that I've pushed very hard for with the brands that we worked with the Brisks, currently Mountain Dew. It's just. There's
Mountain
so much.
Dew's that's massive. You think about Mountain Dew, and then you'll think it's funny, but a comparison, some people will say, I love G Fuel, I drink it all the time, but if you put G Fuel where it is compared to Mountain Dew, it's just
you can't.
Yeah,
you can't.
It's just not. It's not really comparable.
Yeah, not. I mean, from everything standpoint.
Everything.
And again, no.
It's not disrespect at all. It's just they're completely different animals.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting business because, like I said, it's still young and it's still so far to go that we haven't really. I mean, we've seen the Pepsis of the world with Brisk and Mountain Dew dipping their toes into esports.
Yeah, I think part of it. I mean, what was. And we're still going to maybe deal with that now. There's you always have your early adopters, right, to come into things, and there are people that took a shot early, and maybe esports didn't go where they thought it would, and it's still just. It just keeps growing. It's still getting there, but some people are going to gamble, get in early, and I don't know how that worked out for some of those companies, but you can see some people starting to come around again now, 10 years later, and start to get involved as they see it continue to grow and grow and grow.
My brother's waiting for Hot Pockets.
Some people get burned early, man. That's just part of it.
My brother wants Hot Pockets to make a return.
Yeah, dude,
to MLG specifically.
I used to, in college, all I ate was ramen noodles, Hot Pockets, and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. All I ate for 4 years.
That's crazy.
I can still live off that too.